Hi, I'm Graham Blackburn, and this is a bench hook. And today I'm going to make one and show you how to use it. One of the things that people new to traditional hand woodworking often don't know is that using hand tools is absolutely not the same thing as using freehand tools. That means that almost everything you do with a hand tool, you use some kind of jig or device that makes the job perfect, easy, and quick. So the jig that we're going to be talking about today is the bench hook. All you need is a flat piece of wood. It can be any size. I have an old one here, I have a smaller one here. It needs to be reasonably flat, but the really important thing is that the ends should be square. So you can see how that's square, and you can see how this end is square. So once you've got a piece of wood like that, you simply nail on a piece of wood as wide as this, flush with the end, and you cut some curves in it. I've already done that on this side. You can see there's a piece of wood that's exactly as long as the board is wide, and you can see that I was careful to make sure that I nailed it on perfectly square. I'm now going to nail on the other piece that turns it into a bench hook. So we simply take ourselves a nail and a hammer, and to start with, we can feel with our fingers that it's perfectly flush, and we simply nail the hook. That's one nail, and then we nail here the other side, making sure that the hook is perfectly square to the board. Put the nail in, and now we have a bench hook. Hooks on the bench. One of the first things that the bench hook is good for is that it gives you somewhere really secure to hold something. If I want to chisel this piece of wood, mark it, saw it, do whatever, I've got a really firm place to do it. But the main use of a bench hook is for making sure that when you saw things, you saw them at exactly the level and the shape that you want. So in this piece, I already have a couple of saw cuts. I made this first saw cut by drawing a line here to make sure that it was perfectly square, and then using a smaller square, I carried that line down all the way to the bottom and all the way to the inside, and then with my small dovetail saw, I very carefully sawed all the way down to the bottom. This curve here, I made exactly the same way, but I used a different saw. The reason for that is that if I now want to saw a piece of wood, and I use the saw to saw the wood that made the curve, I'm guaranteed to make a perfectly square cut. The saw just follows the curve in the hook. I almost don't have to look. It just does a perfectly good job. And then you can see the wood is both square this way and it's true that way. What could be easier? The same thing would be true if I needed, for different reasons, to use a bigger saw. Then I would use this saw in the curve that I had made for it. So I can do this. And as you can see, I'm not even looking. I'm simply gently letting the saw follow the curve in the hook. And I'm guaranteed, so long as I do this gently and I don't push too hard and get the saw stuck, I'm guaranteed to end up with a cut that is perfect. That is kind of hard to do unless you've had years of practice if you try and do that freehand. Now, this is a great thing here if I want to make square cuts, but there's absolutely no reason why you can't make cuts like I have on the other side, on the other side of this one, on this hook you can see I've cut curves at right angles. What that does is allow me to make perfect miters. And if I do it the other piece along here, I now cut a perfect miter with this piece, and with no skill at all, but just allowing the saw to follow the curve, I now have a perfect miter. Both of those are good, but be alive to the fact that even though I'm talking about vertical cuts, and on this side I have square cuts, and on this side I have miters, there's absolutely no reason why you can't cut curves in order to make saw cuts that are anything other than at right angles. Not to mention the fact that if you wanted to cut sloping cuts like you might do for making dovetails, you can also make curves, if you lay them out carefully, at an angle. So you see that using a carefully put together bench hook, which is, to repeat, nothing more than a relatively flat piece of wood but with very square ends, is the guaranteed way to make perfect saw cuts. And this is true for almost every hand tool that you'll use. If you try and do it freehand, it's going to take you years until you can do it perfectly. But if you use simple jigs like this, then your work will be easy and exact. So I hope you like that, and if you want to learn more about not only how useful the bench hook is, because it can do more things than allow you to make saw cuts, but if you want to learn about some other jigs that are equally easy to make but which will guarantee that your work is perfect, then press the subscribe button and you'll be informed when there's another episode. So thanks for watching, and good woodworking.